Storm Dara stopped the Merseyside Derby, which actually I think was a blessing in disguise for Liverpool Football Club because we had so many injuries. We've got the red card for McAllister as well. Well, not a red card, the suspension. So actually, I was happy to put my foot up and watch everybody else bottle it. A weekend off to recuperate before Girona and Fulham at home. Come on, you guys. It's game week 15, weekly roast of the Premier League. Aston Villa 1, Southampton 0. Quite obvious this one, right? I mean, Southampton were never going to go to Villa Park and get a victory, were they? Although at times they did look quite comfortable, didn't they? But again, as we've seen so many times with Southampton, mistake after mistake after mistake, they do it all the time, don't they? Aston Villa look like they are back on track now and looking for those European places. Can they get one? And Duran's back as well, so we're going to see Man scoring like 92nd minute goals all the time, aren't we? Brentford 4, Newcastle 2. Why are Brentford so good at home but so rubbish away from home? Like, it's a scientific thing. Like, what is going on? Newcastle's so typical. I mean, they hold Liverpool, they hold Man City, and they lose against Arsenal. But then against teams that are their level, they can't beat. They have to do more if they want to win things in the future, right? Crystal Palace 2, Man City 2. Ha! Oh my God, what is going on with Manchester City? They've gone 6 or 7 years winning everything, dominating Premier League and Europe as well at one point. But now it just looks like they're thinking, do you know what? We can't do it anymore. We're absolutely knackered. We need to put our feet up for a season and let somebody else have a go. Well, thank you for that, Man City. Now from one side of Manchester to the other. And I love this side of Manchester. Man United 2, Nottingham Forest 3. What have we said in the past when Nottingham Forest beat teams? They're lost in the forest. I think Man United have been lost in the forest for bloody years. And I loved Saturday night football to watch them go deeper into the forest. It's the first time in 30 years that Nottingham Forest have beaten Man United at Old Trafford. They also beat Liverpool at Anfield earlier in the season. Can you imagine that? And it's the same old Manchester United. I'm not even going to get into it because you guys know exactly what I think of Man United and everything I've said about them in the past. You can look at any weekly roast of the Premier League from the last, couple of years, and it's the same thing. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Fulham 1, Arsenal 1. Unbelievable. And I'm talking about Arsenal here. Silly little mistakes that they made in the game, and oh my God. This is from a team and their fans who have made excuses all season. They blamed other people, but now I think they can safely look in the mirror and look at themselves and say, we are to blame ourselves. Martinelli should never be offside in that position. No chance at all. I don't know what he's thinking there. That goal that they scored in the 90th minute, which got called offside and rightly so, that should have been 3 points for Arsenal. They should be 4 points behind Liverpool right now. Instead, they are slowly dropping out the title race. Arsenal did score a goal in the game, and of course it came from a corner ball, as it always does, doesn't it? Fulham are a good team, but Arsenal just didn't have that killer instinct from that striker, and I'm talking about that world-class striker that they've been searching for the last couple of years and they can't find him. Well, they're out there, to be fair. What they need to do in the summer is go, throw £100 million on the floor and say, there you go, I want a world-class striker. Go and get a striker. Ipswich Town 1, Bournemouth 2. And just like that, we say goodbye to Southampton and Ipswich Town from the Premier League. I think that's done. Ipswich Town just don't have enough to stay in the Premier League for me. They don't have enough in the team, and also, I mean, I know it was like 2 late goals that they conceded, but Bournemouth had so many chances, didn't they? They just could have comfortably won it anyway. The gap at the bottom 3 is now 4 points, but you've got to look at the performances and the way that Ipswich Town are losing games as well. You know, look at Crystal Palace and Leicester City. They're getting away slowly from them, and I think it's going to be too much. Bournemouth are now 3 points off the top 4, and they're 5 points above Manchester United. Crazy. Leicester City 2, Brighton 2. What a comeback to nick a point for Leicester City. Now, I did say that Leicester City were going to get something from the game against Brighton. I just feel like Ruud van Nistelrooy, you know, he's got that thing about him, new manager bounce and all that. But yeah, Brighton were 2-0 up and they bottled it like they have done in the past as well. Now, is there time to panic for Brighton? I don't think so. Look at their league position. They're absolutely smashing it, aren't they? Tottenham 3, Chelsea 4. Tottenham fans spent all game throwing bottles at the Chelsea players only for their team to go and bottle the 2-0 lead. Tottenham 3, Chelsea 4. And it's a story of Tottenham Hotspur every single time. Not just this season or last season under Ange, but we've been watching this Tottenham team do things like this for how many years now? It's so similar to Manchester United. It's just the same old, same old, same old. And what is Basuma and Sarr doing for those penalties? Like, speechless. That's why we call them Spursy. That's why we call them bottle jobs. It's exactly what they keep doing every year. Tottenham fans, how do you honestly feel every single year? Because it just looks like they let you down all the time. The team let you down. And is it the players? Is it the manager? Or is it the owner? Because we see this repeat all the time for you guys. As for Chelsea Football Club, I mean, you spent like £1 billion whatever in the last couple of transfer windows, but now you're 4 points behind Liverpool. You're in the title race. You're fully in the title race and you're our closest challengers right now. And And Cole Palmer, what a disgusting penalty that was, Panenka, honestly. He's absolutely brilliant, isn't he? Spurs, they've got massive problems. They're just like Southampton for me. They really are. The only thing that lets Chelsea down is their defence and goalkeeper. If they can sort that out, then we will see Chelsea win a Premier League title in the next 5 years. I'm going to say it. We will. I really hope to God you don't, but I've got a feeling that we might. West Ham 2, Wolves 1. Yeah. I think it's time now. I think Gary O'Neill might have got the sack after this one. Wolves are now 19th in the Premier League, 4 points from safety. Who predicted that at the start of the season? West Ham got a vital win, because if they lost, then they're right in that relegation battle. Yeah, so I think the final three who are going to go down right now, Ipswich Town, Wolverhampton and Southampton, I think that's what it might look like. Unless Wolverhampton make a change ASAP. Right, let's get the battle of predictions in then. Let's see who won this week. I predicted Aston Villa to beat Southampton, and so did you. They did beat them. It's now 1-1. I predicted Brentford and Newcastle to draw. You predicted Newcastle to beat Brentford. Brentford beat Newcastle. It's now 1-1. I predicted Man City to beat Crystal Palace, and so did you. It was a draw. That means it stays 1-1. I predicted Man United to win, so did you. Nottingham Forest beat Man United, so it stays 1-1. We are awful this week. I predicted Arsenal to beat Fulham, and so did you. It was a draw. It stays 1-1. I predicted Bournemouth to beat Ipswich Town, and so did you. They did beat Ipswich Town. It's now 2-2. I predicted Leicester City and Brighton to draw. You predicted Brighton to beat Leicester City. It was a draw. It's now 3-2 to me. I predicted Chelsea to beat Tottenham, and so did you. They did beat Tottenham, so it's now 4-3. I predicted Wolves to beat West Ham, and you lot predicted West Ham and Wolves to draw. West Ham beat Wolves, so that means it stays 4-3, and I win this week's Battle of the Predictions. So this is what the leaderboard looks like. It is now 9-6 to you. I got a vital victory this week. I really needed that one. Guys, we got a little break now. We haven't got a midweek Premier League game, so the next one will be on the weekend. Predictions will be out very, very soon, and then we've got some more little bits coming up as well. So guys, I'll see you next time.